Yo, it's Mo, what's up guys? And I'm here today with some Diamond Dynasty customization, and this is my first episode of this and MLB 13, the show in general. This is the creation of my team, the Connecticut Sharks. I'm also going to show you some home customization, the jerseys, helmets, hats, etc. And then in the next video of this, I'm going to show some away customization and probably gameplay. And so yes, this is the episode where I'm creating my team, the Sharks. I chose that team name for three primary reasons. Number one, because the Sharks are an actual AAU team. Number two, because, come on, it's a great name. And then number three, because I can do a lot with this. There's a Shark logo, and I think I could do a lot with the colors. And so I'm going to start with 5 million Diamond Dynasty budget, but pre-ordering off Amazon, I also got an additional $75 million Diamond Dynasty budget as well to use on buying MLB players. So I'm going to start with the home team customization today. First, we're going to go to the roster though. We see no MLB players, so that is why I'm going to be using all of the $80 million budget to get MLB players. So going through it, we're going to design the colors first, and then we're going to go to the hat. So the colors that I decided on is a dark blue, a light blue, and then white. Dark blue because it's like an ocean color, a lighter powder blue because it's like more like a Caribbean ocean, and then the white just to add on the uniform, just like every MLB team has a little bit of white. And so that is how the uniform is going to look. And then in a second, I'm going to go to the hat so you can see what I'm going to do as far as hat customization goes. So far so good. We decided on the colors, and now we're going to go on to the hat. For the hat, it's going to be the same thing. A darker blue, and then a lighter blue, and then under the brim of the cap is going to be some gray. And so, like I said a minute ago, deciding on the colors, we do not want any piping, and so now we're going to go on to the logo. There's a Shark logo, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to make it as big as possible without going off the page, and then I'm also going to make it a black color just to add a little bit more flair to it. Having a little bit of trouble with it right now. It's amazing customization. It is endless. I really wish they had like a create a stadium feature where you could create a stadium with this much customization, because honestly it is amazing what they do with this. And so like I said, I'm going to make it as big as possible without going off the page, and then angle it a little bit down just to give it a little bit extra effect. And so it's looking good. In a second, I'm going to make it black just to give it that little extra flair, like I said. And so yeah, it's looking good. Like I said, I'm going to change the color as soon as I can figure that out. And just moving it around a little bit more. Or am I going to change the color? Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm going to change the color to a black just to give it a little bit extra color onto the hat. I know I already have two different blues. Making it a black gives that little extra flair to it. I don't know what it is. It just looked a lot better in black than it did blue. And so I'm going to roll with that. And so getting on to the next part of it, doing a little bit more customization with the color. I think it looks good. I don't know why I spent so much time on this part. And yeah. So now getting onto the uniform itself. For the uniform, what I'm going to do is make it, I believe I made it like a Carolina blue, the main part of the uniform, because that just looks good. I've always thought the Carolina blue color looked fantastic, and so that's why, partially why I chose the Sharks. Make it a marine animal, and make it, you know, a nice blue color. Not too intimidating, just like it was in MLB 12, the show, but definitely a nice uniform. And so what I'm going to do with this, I spent a lot of time thinking about what I should do. And in the end, I decided on having a shark on one end, and then some small fish on the other end, just kind of being scared of the shark in a way, because my team is the Sharks, of course, and, you know, my opponent is going to be those fish. They're going to be scared of me, you already know. And so, like I said, I'm going to add 4 different fish to this. I'm going to speed this up even quicker because I probably spent 20 minutes just designing this part. It took a long time, but it was definitely worth it in the end. As you can see, I'm going to delete 1 fish, but there's going to be 4 fish left, and I think it looks great. And so that is what the home uniform is basically going to look like. I'm just going to move them around a little bit just to get it perfect, perfectly balanced, centered, whatever. And then we're good to go with, I believe, the helmet customization or the dugout sweater customization. And so now we're going to go into the sleeves actually first. I did not want to have any pinstripes, but the lettering and the names I'm also going to make a different type of blue color, a little bit darker, but not quite as dark as the hat. And same with the name, going to make the blue name just a little bit darker, and that looks all good. And so now getting on to the helmet. The helmet is pretty much going to be the same as the logo. I'm going to have a black shark just to give it that little flair, like I said. I know I keep saying that, but I really think it looks good. And so yeah, as soon as I'm done with this, we're going to get on to the sweater, the dugout sweater customization. So you can see the helmet looks good. The socks look pretty good. Just want to add a little bit of piping onto them. The shoes look pretty cool too. I think I'm going to change the coloring a little bit, add a little bit of white onto the shoes along with the blue and black. And so yeah, that looks good. So the next thing I'm going to do is the batting gloves home jacket. So here's the jacket. It's going to be the same thing pretty much. A shark on one end. I'm going to make the mistake by making it too big first, but in the end, I'm going to put it on one end because originally it was across the entire jacket, which didn't look that great. I definitely want it covering just one side of it. And so that is what I'm going to do. See, it's way too big. I don't like that very much. And so I'm going to make the shark smaller and make it fit on one side of the jacket. And so that's pretty much it. The customization is done for the home uniform and stuff. I'm going to have a Dodgers franchise video later today, so stay tuned for that. It'll probably be out around 8 o'clock tonight. So until then, Motofo16 signing out. Like, sub, and follow, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.